Our third speaker is Dr. Ted Morton.
Thank you. Thank all of you for coming out tonight. I want to begin with sharing with you the good news, and you know what the good news is. Alberta today stands on the threshold of unprecedented opportunity. Between our natural resources and our human resources, there's no reason why we shouldn't have 2 or 3 more generations of prosperity and quality of life that we've come to know over the last 2 decades. We're missing one thing. And the one thing, we all know what it is, it's a plan. There hasn't been a plan there. I want you to know that we do have a plan that harnesses today's energy boom, the dynamism that's there today, and harnesses that out into the future, so it's not just a 2 or 3 year boom again, but 2 or 3 generations. We brought the plan with us. It's out on our table, and I encourage you to take a look at it. This is a plan that embraces social and fiscal responsibility. It's a plan that caps government spending and also requires savings of resource revenues. It balances rights with responsibilities, and it protects the rights and freedoms of all Albertans, and particularly the very important rights of freedom of religion and freedom of speech. It's a plan to solve the healthcare dilemma of spiraling costs by waiting lists that are growing even faster. It's a plan that addresses our infrastructure deficit and guarantees planning and predictable funding for new schools and new roads. And it's a plan that will give a fair deal to the landowners, the rural landowners, and the rural MDs that are so heavily impacted by our energy development. But most importantly, the foundation under all of the particulars of our plan is one principle. And this is what I'm committed to more than anything else: to make sure, to the maximum legal extent permitted by our Constitution, that the decisions that affect us, that affect Alberta, are made here in Alberta by Albertans. Not in Ottawa, not by judges, not by bureaucrats, but by politicians, MLAs, elected by you, accountable to you, and who you can fire and hire if you don't think they're doing a good job. That's what we do. The outcome of this leadership race will affect not just the future of our party, but the future of our province. Our province depends upon the future of our party. We just have to look next door to Saskatchewan to see that bad politics can ruin an otherwise strong economy. Today, the Progressive Conservative Party, our party, has governed this province for 35 consecutive years, and we have a record we can be proud of, particularly Premier Klein. I want to congratulate Premier Klein tonight. But we must also recognize that after 35 years, we have developed some bad habits, and the party needs rebuilding and renovation. It's not by accident that in the last election, 211,000 fewer people voted for us than in the election before. Half of them just stayed home. The other half, this is what's disturbing, the other half voted for a new party, a conservative party, the Alberta Alliance. I've traveled around the province for the last year and a half. I've listened to a lot of Albertans. I've heard the same thing over and over. I used to be a PC, but I'm not anymore. Why? They wanted my money, they wanted my vote, but they didn't want my opinion. Ladies and gentlemen, we have to change that. The voices of the rank and file count. We have to give conservatives a reason to come back to the Conservative Party of Alberta. And we're going to do that in 2 ways. First of all, we have to give them a meaningful role in policy development. We don't have to develop this from scratch. Preston Manning did it with the Reform Party in the 90s. And Stephen Harper has done it very successfully, I might add, with the new Conservative Party of Canada just in the past few years. And it's high time that our party, the PC Party of Alberta, has a policy book that is developed and framed by policy members. But that's only the first step. Once we clean up our own house, we have to open that door and invite in those thousands of Albertans who are too busy with work and raising children to get involved in party politics. But these people vote. They're the ones that will really choose the next government of this party. We have to tie our party to their dreams, the dreams of owning a home, of raising a family, good schools, and safe neighborhoods. We have to return the PC party to being the party of the middle class. If we're going to renew our party, we can't just be the defenders of the status quo. We can't just be the party of corporate executives, backroom boys, and government job seekers. We have to be the party of hockey rinks and baseball diamonds and baseball diamonds and soccer fields. I never played soccer. I was a baseball player. This is the progressive party I want to lead. The party of opportunity, the party of hope, the party of change, the party that will reunite all conservatives back into one party. So I say to you tonight, give me your vote, and I'll give your party back to you, and we'll have a party that governs for another 35 years. Thank you.